The Dale County standoff is over 6 days after it began. We're told little Ethan is free at this hour and has been taken to a hospital to be checked out. And we're told Jimmy Lee Dykes, a 65-year-old man described as by many as a survivalist and anti-government figure, has been killed. We're on the phone now with WDHN lead anchor Kevin Presley. Kevin, you were there, and I am told there were some type of explosions there.
Yes, that's exactly right, Ken. About 3:15, we heard a loud explosion. Some here reported 2. I heard 1. And we all, of course, grabbed our cameras and came racing out here to where the media has been staged. And you could see a flurry of law enforcement activity, including there's been an ambulance at the top of the hill that's been sitting there for days. And that suddenly jetted on up the hill out of sight toward where we understand Dykes' bunker was located. And it was just a few minutes after that law enforcement representatives came down and told us to be standing by within the hour for an announcement that they indicated that they would have representatives of each law enforcement agency involved in this there at that news conference, Ken.
And since we have been on the phone with each other, Kevin, I have yet from a fourth source. And as we look at these, what we're looking at right now is the ambulance headed to the hospital with little Ethan on board. I think Ricky Stokes from RickyStokesNews.com. There we see the ambulance, as Ricky pointed out, the ambulance and the boy being unloaded, not at the traditional emergency room entrance at Flowers Hospital, but nevertheless at Flowers Hospital. And Kevin, since we have been on the phone together, I have through a fourth source confirmed that it is the little boy is safe. Little Ethan is safe. In fact, I just spoke with a source of mine that is on the scene up there, and he said that things are very good this afternoon. So that
certainly in the case of Ethan, that's the resolution that we've been hoping for, is to see him safe, and that's very good news to report.
Now, I know you don't know a lot about those explosions today, but if you can, and I know we are somewhat regurgitating information here, talk about the explosions and talk about, maybe take us throughout the day where we kept hearing rumors, and of course rumors that we did not air, that something was about to happen.
Yes, we heard rumors all along through this. In fact, some of it was actual, we feel credible information that we could not release. But you could just get a sense by, when Sheriff Wally Olson came out to brief the media, you could get a sense by his demeanor of how this operation might be going at the time. And when he came out today around 1 o'clock for his briefing, I noticed that there just seemed to be a little more maybe optimism, maybe some impending information. He couldn't speak yet. And, of course, when we were asking some questions about Ethan's condition and so forth, you remember Trooper Kevin Cook cut that, and the FBI cut that news conference off very abruptly. But it did seem as though you could see on Sheriff Olson's face that maybe they were closer to a resolution on this.
I had a person close to the investigation tell me earlier today, and he said it could be a while from now, but he kind of looked with a gleam in his eye and said, this could happen today. So I think we had a sense that this was coming to closure, but Kevin, you can talk about this. We've had that sense before as we've moved through these last 6 days. So you're always reluctant to say this is the day, but we kind of had this feeling that it was.
Well, you feel your way through these stories as they unfold. In the first day or two, every time you would see somebody or some vehicle or maybe a tactical team go up that hill, everyone here at the media staging area would certainly perk our ears, and we would run out to see what we could maybe see. And but after a few days, you realize that was just pretty routine activity in view of this operation, and so it became very difficult to read what might be going on up on that hill. And law enforcement had asked us at some point within this operation to maybe back off just a little bit as far as what we were showing, and of course we tried to oblige them on that point. But it was very difficult, and law enforcement did a very good job all through this of keeping what they were doing up there in relation to that bunker and their negotiations with Mr. Dykes under wraps, keeping that quiet. We were hearing things as local media and sources that we have within that operation, but, we were trying to keep as much of that quiet as we possibly could.
Kevin, our sister station, ABC 3340 in Birmingham, says they have confirmed with the coroner, I think Woody Hillboat is the coroner in Dale County, that Jimmy Lee Dykes is dead, and that just adds more credence to the reports that we began to bring you just a few minutes ago that Jimmy Lee Dykes. So I think we can safely say at this point that Jimmy Lee Dykes, the man who boarded that school bus, the call went out at 3:36 last Tuesday afternoon, that Jimmy Lee Dykes, who boarded that bus and killed the bus driver, Charles Poland Jr., before taking little Ethan hostage, is himself dead this afternoon.